This is the Commodore Amiga A500, but I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. In my opinion, the Amiga is the finest home computer ever made, and I've got such fond memories of using this thing back in the day. It really was a fabulous machine, and a good decade ahead of its time. Now, chances are, if you're into your retro computing and you have an Amiga and use it quite often, you've swapped out the floppy drive a long time ago for probably one of these, which is a Goex drive. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not a massive fan of these Goex drives. It's probably just me, but I've often struggled getting the damn things to work, usually problems with firmware or something else. However, if you've recently purchased an Amiga or just getting back into retro computing again, there's a good chance you've probably still got your 3.5-inch drive in there and having to suffer a box full of these things. The drives are getting old, the discs are getting old, chances are you're getting all sorts of problems and guru meditation errors from using these. I'm going to show you an alternative today from the Goex drive, and this is called a Goex drive. And today I'm going to put this in the Amiga 500 and show you exactly how to install it and what it does. So what is the Goex drive? Well, the Goex drive is a direct replacement for the original 3.5-inch Amiga floppy drive. It goes straight into the case, you take the 3.5-inch floppy drive out and you install the Goex. And what this does, it allows you to copy your games onto an SD card and do away with those pesky floppy disks altogether. Now, I first saw one of these a few months ago when Dave Rowland from the Southwest Amiga group posted something on Facebook about them, and I watched the video and I thought, that looks good. The Goex is available from CenturionTech.eu and they are €41 or €42. In addition to the Goex drive, I bought this OLED display to go with it. The OLED display is €11 and mounts on top of your Amiga, and it connects to the Goex board and it allows you to see what disk image you are actually selecting. Saves you bending down and looking at the side of the Amiga like you have to on the Goex here. That sits neatly on top of the Amiga and shows you exactly what's going on. Okay, let's crack on, shall we? Step one is to pull the Amiga apart. Right, that's the lid and the keyboard removed, and I've spotted something that's just given me nightmares. That, of course, is the battery from the real-time clock, and although it's not a Vata, it's still something that I don't want lingering around in that A501 memory expansion board. So, bit of a detour. I'm just going to rip that out and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, that's that loathsome thing unsoldered, and if you look there, there's a bit of corrosion already starting to appear, so it looks like I got to this one just in time. I'm just going to clean that up and see if that capacitor's okay, because it looks like it's affected the leg. Yeah, rescued in the nick of time, I'd say. Okay, right, back to the job at hand, replacing this floppy drive. Just going to remove the RF shield from the board so we can get to all these components, and that's just flipping these little tabs you see here and carefully removing the board. Let's remove this old floppy drive. There's a screw on this side. There is ribbon cable, power connector, and some screws that go through to the underside of the Amiga, which you can get to under there. Those two screws there. So that should be out in a few moments. Right, that's the floppy drive removed. Now, depending on what Goex drive you select, whether it's for the Amiga 500 or 1200 or 600, you get this little mount that's specific to your particular Amiga, which is really neat. So this actually just slots straight in and uses the existing mount points. So there's no need to hack your Amiga case up at all. This should go straight in. Let's see if it does. I need to reutilize those risers on the bottom of the floppy drive, but as you can see, everything lines up precisely as it should. I hit a snag. The first snag I hit was that the power cable isn't long enough. Because the Goex drive is a few inches shorter than the floppy drive, the power cable is about 1.5 inches too short, so I had to put one together. I don't like doing that, but I did. I had no choice, otherwise I'm going to have to wait to order one. Out of interest, I've just had a look at the website, and you can actually buy a power cable and a ribbon cable with your Goex order. So if you want those, I suggest you do get them because, like I say, it's too short. So before I put the cover back on the Amiga, just a look at the actual board. This is the Goex On Pills drive, and I can't remember. I will look up when I'm back on the website what is the difference between the Goex drive and the Goex On Pills. The little jog wheel you see there is used to select the disk image you want. You just rotate that wheel and it selects the disk image, and instead of having to bend down and look at the side like you do on a Goex drive, we ordered this lovely little LED screen that goes on top of the Amiga. I mean, that fits really nicely on there. It just clips in, if you can have a look there, just clips in there and sits right on top of the Amiga. It plugs into the Goex drive and you can select your disk image. Just a quick look underneath, and the cable just comes through those vents there. You have to prise the vent with a flat bladed screwdriver and it comes through. Next stage, I'm just going to put the connector together, and that attaches to the Goex drive just there. So out of the box, the Goex card defaults to flash floppy mode. That's what it's flashed with in the firmware. So all you need to do is prepare an SD card, format it, and make sure that you have the selector.adf file installed on your card, just like if you were preparing a USB stick for flash floppy. And then you just drag and drop your games in ADF format across to the SD card. And once the SD card is in the drive, you literally turn the jog wheel here and you can see that it will select whatever disk image you want, and it'll just go and load that. So if you are in the market to swap out your aging old 3.5-inch floppy drive, definitely take a look at the Goex. It's absolutely fabulous. It fits really, really nicely, and that little screen on the top is a really nice touch. It fits beautifully. And of course, that's not to say that a Goex drive cannot be fitted into an Amiga, because it can. If you've got a 3D printer, of course, you can print off all sorts of mounting kit options. So if you want a hassle-free, easy fit, no messing about installation, check out the Goex drive. It's available from CenturionTech.eu. Have a look on the website. I can thoroughly recommend it. It's a lovely bit of kit. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. There's another Amiga 500 modded, ready to go on the shelf with the others that we've got here. So take care, and we'll catch you again soon in the Retro Shed. Bye bye for now.